Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law if she expects me to get a DNA test for my son, then I want her to get a DNA test for my husband? This sounds like fun. So I, 30 female, met my husband Steven, 32, at a friend's cousin's party. We instantly connected and started dating not long after. We have been happily married for 5 years now and we have a 4-month-old son. I met my mother-in-law at his uncle's funeral. He asked me to attend in support of him. Then before we left, his cousin warned me about about my mother-in-law. He said she wasn't the nicest person and she had impossibly high standards to meet and can be very judgmental. So don't take it personally, as she is like that with everyone. I did ask my husband and he agreed that my mother-in-law can be quite judgmental, but not to worry, he will be there for me. I feel like they gave me the sugar-coated version of her because she was terrible. She made a scene about bringing a stranger to a family funeral, but my husband cut her off and said his aunt, who was his uncle's widow, said he could. She spent the rest of the funeral giving me nasty looks and making passive-aggressive comments. She made a scene at our wedding, but that's a different story of its own. Okay. This was before you guys got married. Alright, cool. But after minimal contact with my mother-in-law, my husband eventually got around telling her that I was pregnant. I expected her to be angry and have a blast at him, but she surprised us both and was completely the opposite. She was excited about being a grandmother, and she was congratulating us. Her attitude did a complete U-turn, and I grudgingly allowed her to visit. When it was time to give birth to my son, she wanted to see my son being born, but I refused. That was when her ugly side showed up, popped his head again, and she caused the scene and was thrown out. I refused to let her visit us at home. My husband agreed as well, but she rang us calling, crying, and apologizing. Said she was just overwhelmed about being a grandmother and her emotions got the better of her. Why do mother-in-laws, I've read so many stories where mother-in-laws so badly want to be in the hospital, in the betting area with their daughter-in-laws, even when they don't agree. Why? Against my better judgment, I relented and said, okay. When she first held my son, she looked at me and said he was beautiful. I went into the kitchen to get us a drink and then I could hear my husband telling her to get out. I came back into the room and she started yelling he needed to get the baby tested because he doesn't look like anyone in the family. He kicked her out. She took to social media and told everyone that I cheated on my husband and that my husband needs to get a DNA test to prove that he was the father. Wow. Okay. She got a lot of attention for that. So I made my own post and said I will get a test when she gets a test for her son. That just made everything worse. She rang my husband again, telling him that I should take that post down. He just hung up on her. Right now, everyone is divided and everyone is questioning my husband's paternity since she had such a strong reaction to it. Now, even my husband is starting to wonder and making me feel I went too far, and I'm here thinking, am I the asshole for saying that? You're not the asshole, you're probably just responding to her being a mean person. And when you look at a newborn baby, most of the time the baby doesn't show a resemblance to any of the parents or shows a resemblance to one parent. At that early stage, you're not able to tell who this child looks like. You just give it a little time and then you can actually pinpoint who the child looks like. I love the clap back you gave to her and it is keeping her on her toes because who knows? For her to suggest a paternity test at just the first time she's carrying your child, it's also possible that she was a cheat in her marriage and also doesn't want her son to be a victim of that. So you played it right. Well, guys, don't forget to leave those opinions in the comment section, like and share this video.